When you hear that Buster H.R. Oh, man, it's about to go down. You feel the tension in the air. Wrestling fans all over the world, get ready for this right here. They're gonna have a field day with this one. You're about to witness Buster Unmasked. Lord! Oh! Lord! There's no telling what Buster's gonna say today. We just getting started. Just getting started! Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Hosted by Buster H.R. Johnson. This is a Buster H.R. exclusive. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. You are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Buster Unmasked!
All right, y'all, we're here. We're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked. Got a great show for you today. I can't wait to get this guest out here. We're not going to waste any time. I'm going to plug my sponsors real quick, and then we're going to plug the upcoming return to KAW, and we're going to get this guy out here. For all of your breaking news, sports, and weather in and around the Jackson, Tennessee, and the West Tennessee area, be sure to tune in to 101.5 FM or 103.5 FM. You can also log in to talkinwesttennessee.com. That's TALKNWESTTN.com or newstalk1035.com. For all of your in-home care and consumer direct services in and around the Caruthersville, Missouri area, be sure to call Glowing Hearts at 573-643-2537. Their priority is caring for you and your family. Be sure to check out the Boot Hill Sports Network on YouTube for all of your sports news and live local games in and around the Missouri Boot Hill. That's BOOTHEEL. That's the Boot Hill Sports Network on YouTube. The Boot Hill Sports Network is also the home of American Hostile Championship Wrestling and the Unified Wrestling Alliance every single Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on YouTube. Professional wrestling just the way you like it.
Buckle up and hold on tight. What was old will be new again. What was established in 1998 will be re-established in 2026. No substitutes, no cheap imitations. The most feared three letters in professional wrestling. KAW, Kick-Ass Wrestling, returns to claim the crown. Let the chaos begin. Outlaws never die.
All right, y'all, April 12th, 2026 is the return of KAW. Here in the next few weeks, I'm going to be giving out the venue, bell time, and I'm going to start promoting the roster so you do not want to miss the resurrection of Kick-Ass Wrestling. Look, guys, got a great guest tonight, man. Look, I don't even know what to say about this guy. He's a star of Natural States Wrestling. He's also a star of 901 Wrestling, and he is the smelliest player in the game. He is TB DaSHOW. TB. There you go, man. Got that odorific aroma right there, TB.
Baby, it smells like money, Buster. That's what it smells like.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, baby. How are you?
Dude, I am doing good. Been looking forward to this since we booked it. And look, I'm going to jump around a little bit, but I got to know right now, right off the bat, man, how did we land on the smelliest player in the game, man?
It just oozes out of me. You just can smell it on me. It's just money. It's just I literally pump out success out of my armpits. It's that easy. I try to get people to smell it all the time. Sometimes you just can't handle the success and you black out just like that, you know?
Man, I was just fixing to say, I've talked to a few people and they've smelled that aroma and they don't quite smell it. They don't quite say it's success, man. I think a couple of them has blacked out, dude.
They just gonna have to get another whiff of it. They just got to get another whiff of it. One day they'll get to smell it and they'll smell the true success instead of just they'll smell it.
Right on, right on. So look, man, tell me where you're from, dude. Where was you born at, man? Where was you raised at?
Newport, Arkansas. Been here my whole life.
So Newport's had wrestling. Does it still have wrestling right now? It used to have it all the time.
So not directly in Newport. We don't have a promotion running in Newport anymore. The closest thing we have is in Tuckerman. ASWF MACW.
Right. Did you grow up watching the Newport wrestling when it was there?
Oh, yeah. When I was real young, probably the first live event I ever went to, Wrestling with the Cause, WSAF, they had it right across the street from the Sonic. I walked to Sonic and saw some crazy stuff going across the street. I was like, well, I got to go check that out. And I was probably 10, 11. I mean, I've watched wrestling on TV, but I'd never seen it live. And, well, it changed me.
Well, let's talk about that, man. You've watched wrestling on TV, I'm assuming.
Oh,
WWF, yeah. WCW. I don't quite know how old you are, TB, but I'm assuming you growed up on the same kind of wrestling we all growed up on, Memphis wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
What was it like when you went there live and seen it compared to the impression you get from watching it on TV, man?
Man, the emotions were different. Like, I felt the connection was just so much realer being there in person than just watching on. Don't get me wrong, I cry, laugh, get mad at the TV too, but just being there, it's just like I felt like I was a part of it. It just made me feel, it took me away from whatever I was dealing with. I just loved it. It just brought me out of everything.
Right. When did you actually start watching wrestling? Do you remember how old you were? And do you remember why wrestling caught your attention the way it did, man?
So I mean, obviously I have a couple cousins that wrestled. When I was younger, I had one that wrestled, and when I never got to go see him actually perform, but like I always heard about it at family reunions. They always talked about him. But like my great grandmother who lived with my grandmother, they always told me the stories about her sitting in front of the TV, turning off cartoons on Saturday morning with her big old cup of spit and her Red Man and just watching Jerry Lawler and just yelling and getting her spit all over that. And I just wanted to see what wrestling was about. So my grandma let me watch wrestling when I was at her house. So,
dude, it was my grandpa. My grandpa was the same way. Exactly the same. Used to chew that old twisted up tobacco. You used to get it in the clear package, man, and he'd cut it with a knife. Loved wrestling, man. Same thing. Saturday morning until wrestling went off, it was wrestling. Saturday
all day.
Even during the summertime, he was out farming and stuff. He was in by 6:05. For us, it was 5:05. He was in to watch Georgia Championship Wrestling at the time every single Saturday night. And man, I spent a many a days watching wrestling with my grandpa, man.
Yeah.
That's real.
As I got older, though, I just started watching wrestling. I just never missed a Monday night. Anytime I went to my cousin's house, I loved to go because they were all older than me. So I would go and watch their old ECW DVDs and VHSs and whatnot. So I was getting to watch that real good stuff that I couldn't just see on a cable television.
So that explains a lot to me right there about you and the kind of wrestling you love, man.
Yeah.
I've seen some of your matches and some of the stuff y'all do at Natural States, and we're going to get into Natural States in just a minute. I think it's one of the best promotions around our area, not just in Arkansas, around our area. But look, talk about you went to that live show. So fast forward, how did you actually win, and how did you actually get broke into the wrestling business?
Well, I grew up with Sleazy, and we were fresh out of high school, and he was like, "Hey, man, let's go train to be wrestlers." So he's like, "I know a couple guys. They'll train us up, and we can get in there and show them what we got." So, oh, Nasty Phil and Deadly Dale trained us for a while,
The label
and
Social Deviants with Cody
oh
Daniels,
yeah,
man.
oh yeah, LSD. They
There you
broke us
go.
in. I ended up getting a job that wasn't going to allow me to do anything on Saturdays and weekends at all. I had a full-time job doing some crazy stuff, not very fun. Uh, Probably about 7, 8 years later, I finally got a job that was a 9 to 5 throughout the week, had weekends off. Sleazy hit me up and said, "Hey, man, we're doing training in Tuckerman. You should come meet the guy that's doing the training." And I ended up meeting Craig Stone that night. And Craig Stone trained me up good, polished me, and man, I can't appreciate him enough for what he's done for me.
Right. How old were you when you finally stepped foot in the ring, man?
29.
Damn. I
That's
didn't
what I'm
expect
talking.
that. Now here's my next question. And now that I know you said 29, I don't know how many years that's been. And I normally don't ask old wrestlers this because they get a little touchy about it. But I'm an old wrestler. So how old are you right now, TB?
Brother, I just turned 33.
Oh, hell. You still a
I ain't even
young
that.
man. I thought you
I'm
was
still.
finna,
I'm
shit, I thought you was
deceiving.
finna tell me you was, I thought you was finna tell me you was 48 and 49 years old, man.
No, no,
So,
no. I'm just. My looks are just deceiving.
so you're still fresh in the business.
Oh yeah.
That's cool, man. And you and Sleazy for shoot are actually family. Y'all are what, cousins?
Yeah, blood cousins. Yep. Oh yeah, grew up together. We're a block away from each other, pretty much. Graduated same class. Was in a small little bitty town of Newport.
Man, Newport, like I said, used to always have wrestling. Let's talk about that for a second. Who's some of the wrestlers you remember watching as a kid in Newport?
I mean, LSD for sure. Uh, Austin Lane. I
That's
mean,
what I was waiting
Staple.
on right there.
Staple. I mean, that's the guy around here. To be honest with you.
Right.
Um. Oh man. Um. Um. Matt Williams, Excalibur. Back in the day, loved him. Uh. My cousin that used to wrestle here in Tucker, here in Newport, Seth Saber. I want to
I
pull him
that
out of
name.
retirement.
Now I can't picture him, but that damn name sounds so familiar to me, man.
Oh
I've
man,
heard that. I've heard that name.
he's had a couple kids and married and has a good job and settled up. I don't even think he watches wrestling anymore. I ain't talked to him in so long. But man, I'd love to pull him out and see if he could still go with us. I'd love that. Just have a good family, good old family bash. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So look, let's talk about your first actual match, man. You've been through training. Where was your first match? I'm assuming at the ASWF building in Tuckerman, the MACW building.
It was actually for Sleazy at a, I believe it was the Rice Festival, the first one we did. I was in the Battle Royal, and I made it all the way to the end against Craig Stone. And it was me one-on-one with Craig at the end, and Boy, he knocked a snot out of me.
Hey, Craig's a second generation wrestler, man. He's been around this. I mean, he growed up in and around this business. Old veteran. Yeah, Craig's a good sized guy too. So when he hits you,
Big boy.
you know it. Yeah,
Oh
you know.
yeah.
So
He
let's
wasn't
talk.
going for the stink.
Right. So let's
Couldn't
talk
reach him.
natural. Right. Let's talk natural states wrestling, man. Sleazy. What is natural states been going? About a year and a half, maybe 2 years now, or has it even been that long yet?
So we're gonna call this last year its first official year, but the year before last we had like a couple tester shows just to see like
Right.
how it would do. Yeah.
Right. I'm glad Sleazy decided to go on and pull the trigger on this thing. I've had Sleazy on the podcast a couple of times, and I mean we had talked about kind of. You could always tell he wanted to run his own company and run his own show. Sleazy's got a good vision. He's a creative guy too. He does music.
Oh
He
yeah.
he makes homemade movies. Sleazy's kind of a jack of all trades in the wrestling business. And Sleazy was bigly influenced by the Jackass guys.
I was
So
with him.
you got the same influence then. Because I see that go ahead, TB.
Yeah, I was in all that with him. We were in a little jackass type group called White Picket Fence. Man, like I said, he's probably set me on fire more times than I can count. I you know, I've seen people put nails through their lips to a piece of wood. I mean, we definitely brutalized our bodies way before we got into the wrestling business.
Yeah, man. Fuck, dude. Jackass does some crazy shit. And I know Sleazy's all about that crazy shit. Y'all actually had a couple of videos hit doing some stunts, didn't you? Didn't Sleazy?
Heck yeah,
I'm
man.
pretty sure he told me y'all had a couple of videos that really hit pretty good for y'all, man, when y'all were doing that stuff.
Yeah, they had a video. Him and another guy had a video from our group, and they were on Country Fried Home Videos and
That's what he
Whacked
told me.
Out Sports, and it was pretty surreal. We were like 14 years old. It was pretty crazy having like TV people call us.
Yeah, that's wild, man. So what's more dangerous, doing the Jackass stunts or pro wrestling, man?
Oh man, I definitely hurt myself way worse doing the jackass stunts because you can't. There's no training. You don't get There's no training for that. You just send it. You just go for it. And if it hurts, it hurts. And we always said pain's temporary, but film's forever.
So look, what's the one thing during those days that Sleazy or somebody come to you and said, "Hey man, I think we ought to do this," or "I think you ought to do this"? What's the one thing that when you heard it, you're like, "Nah, I don't. I think that might be a little too far, man." Was there anything?
Yeah, these guys wanted to put soap all in the floor, make a slip and slide, and break a bunch of glass. And let's just do a broken glass slip and slide. And I looked at them and I said, that sounds like a terrible idea.
So here's the $1 million question: did y'all end up doing it?
Yeah, they did it. I didn't have no part of it.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. And that sounds crazy as hell,
It
man.
was pretty nuts. It was nuts. There's definitely footage of it somewhere on the internet, but you won't see OTB in that.
So, man, natural states is growing and growing. You talk to me about natural states, man. You're there with Sleazy. You're kind of inside the loop of natural states. Y'all are family. Talk to me about how much this means to you guys. I know what it means to Sleazy, but I can already tell natural states means a lot to you too.
Man, so my whole thing about it is I love that it gives people an opportunity to showcase themselves and be free with it. Like we're giving you full range. Come in. We want greenhorns. We want people like me that aren't that experienced to come get experience with people who know what they're doing. Like we're pulling people in from Texas, Illinois, people all over. I mean, we're having legends here in Arkansas come and work with us all the time. I mean, it's just it's giving people an opportunity to do their craft and giving them a safe place to do it and a comfortable place to do it.
Yeah, look, Big Nasty Phil's with us, one of the original members of LSD. Uh, man, y'all do some really cool stuff. I mean, the Rice Festival and stuff like that. But here recently, y'all did a float, man, that had wrestling.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that, because I thought that was cool as hell. Did you guys get to go on the raft? Did y'all raft the river and then have the
Yeah.
wrestling, or was y'all fighting in the raft going down the river, man?
So basically, what it was is it was a 3-day event. It's called the Float. It's a Juggalo event, and they have a huge tent and they play music all night long. And they every morning they got up and then they floated down the river and got there about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and they just partied till 4 in the morning and got up and did it all over again for 3 days straight. And in between those parties, they came and watched us wrestle.
It sounded like it's a blast, man. It looked like it was fun. And
Oh, it was nuts.
that's one thing that I can see with everything Natural States Wrestling does. Looks like it's fun, man. And obviously they do regular wrestling too, for
Oh
where
yeah.
you can have the kids and stuff there. But y'all all also do no ring wrestling. So let's talk about no ring wrestling and how that's different for you than in ring wrestling, man.
Man, no.
All right, y'all, we lost him. Hopefully we'll get him back here in just a second. If you hadn't checked Natural States Wrestling out and you're anywhere in
I
Arkansas,
lost you there. You got me back?
yes, sir, we got you. Go check Natural States Wrestling out, y'all. If you hadn't went and checked it out yet, go check it out. Yeah, we got you back, dude. Well, we lost you again. I think you went completely out that time. I'm sure he's logging back in. We'll kill a few minutes here. Look, Natural States Wrestling, you can find TB DaSHOW there. 901 Wrestling, you can find him there also. Here he is. He's back in.
Wow, my bad.
Dude, you are good, man. Shit happens. We all know that, especially dealing with the internet, man. So let's talk about no ring wrestling, man.
Oh yeah, man. It's when he first pitched it to me, it was like, oh man, that's a little different. The first time he ever did it, me and him did it for a kid's birthday party in his backyard, and well, we went to town on each other, and I ended up stabbing him with some skewers, and we called him the messed up unicorn. I had a screenshot of him bent on all fours with them sticking out. He looked like a bloody unicorn. I used to send that to everybody. I love that picture. It's different though. It's definitely different. It's a whole different mindset when I'm out there, when I'm doing the no ring stuff, because you never know what's going to happen. You know, everything's a weapon, everything's legal, and I mean, pretty much they can do whatever they want to me. You know, you never know.
Right. I want to say I see a lot on YouTube. Y'all been there several times. Is it a visual art studio or something that y'all do the no ring wrestling outside of?
Yeah, dedicated visual art studios in Little Rock. Shout out to Jose. He's an artist and he makes all our shirts. He does screen printing presses there. Like we always have a DJ. He has live music when we're there. He always has food vendors. I mean, there's clothing to buy there. Sometimes he'll have just random little it's like knickknack shops there while we're wrestling. It's just it's a whole get together. It's a vibe. It's probably one of the coolest wrestling experiences you'll find. It's totally different than anything I've ever been to.
Well, like I think the first time I ever seen it, there were a few fans there, but then it looked like every time I seen more, there were more fans showing up.
Yeah.
Man, the last one I seen, hell, y'all had a pretty good crowd out there, man,
Yeah.
around that watching. And
telling
what's
you.
over? All right, there's these either buses or containers. What's on the other side? I feel like there's a Family Dollar or some shit right on the other side of you.
Brother, there is a Family Dollar and it is closed down. But when it was open, it was the craziest Family Dollar I have ever been in. The door kept getting broken into, so they just put a piece of wood up and never replaced the glass again because it was just not worth the money spending it to get it fixed, is what the lady told me.
And now we
But
know why they're closed down, man. You know what I
but we
mean?
would go in there bloody and all kinds of stuff to go in there and buy alcohol wipes and gauze and all kinds of stuff. They never asked any questions, so they were pretty cool in there.
Since there ain't nobody there no more, y'all need to, next time y'all do one of those by there, y'all need to break that board off and have the camera follow y'all up in the Family Dollar. Just have a big ass brawl in the Family Dollar, man.
Oh, well, you're giving me ideas.
Hey, film it all, because you know damn well
Oh, I
more likely
will.
the police will show up. So you're going to get a lot of views once the cops show up automatically.
Yeah, we'll figure the rest out afterwards.
Right. Make sure Sleazy's got plenty of bail money is all I can say. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't worry. We'll make sure something's going on before we go in there.
Jamie J, you supposed to done hollered at me, man. Holler at me, dude, whenever. You know that. Just give me a holler and we'll set something up, man. So what's your favorite, man? What, like, if you had to pick one style of wrestling that you had to do for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One style of wrestling that I have to do, man. Honestly, it's weird because like I don't look at styles the same way I guess everybody else does. I look at styles out of the reaction out of the crowd. Like I like a style that's I like to be goofy. I like to have fun. That's my favorite style. I want to go out there and make people laugh. I like to grapple. I mean, I love to chain wrestle, but chain wrestling isn't funny, so I don't do too much chain wrestling.
Yeah, and you can tell that with all the natural state shows. I feel like anytime I see any of it, all the guys are having a real good time. You can tell you guys are having fun. And that goes a long way. When your boys are having fun, they'll do shit for you that they wouldn't normally do. And a lot of cool stuff, man. Is there anything I'm missing about natural states? We've talked about the float. We've mentioned the Rice Festival. We've mentioned the no ring wrestling. Am I missing something? Is there anything else y'all done that's really cool?
We did a show in Bentonville at the Big Diamond Comedy Festival. We wrestled for some comedians. Sam Talent. I'm not sure if you know who that is, but he wrestled for Sam Talent. It was his venue, and he commentated over my whole match. And it was awesome. I had a hair versus hair match.
I don't think I've seen your match in particular, but I did see some footage where y'all come out and there was a stage and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was
right
crazy.
In front of the ring. And there, I remember seeing something about some comics. That's cool too, man. I really like that, man. Talk about that, man. How fun is it to be back there with those comics?
It was surreal because I mean I'm a huge comedy fan, so just being back there with Sam Talent was like I was marking out for him. I was a little kid. I didn't know what to say to him. I was like, "You need a water, Mr. Talent? Let me get you a water." And I was back there to perform.
You know, most of my wrestling's comedy. That's what I like, man. You know what I mean? If you ever need two wrestlers to come on the road with you, me and Sleazy, y'all can build a miniature ring, man, and do wrestling on the comedy show.
For sure. I mean, I'd love that. There's nothing more fun to me than making a fool out of myself.
Right. And that's part of wrestling, man. I think some people get too tied up in not wanting to be the butt of the joke. Man, in wrestling, sometimes you're the star, other times you're the butt of the joke. You gotta be willing to be both, man, is the way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I rocked a skullet for half a year. I mean, I got a full head of hair. I just keep it shaved. I let all the back grow out and kept the top all nice and shiny. I mean, I had to walk out in public like that. I loved it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me give you a piece of advice. You might want to quit shaving that hair. I used to have some long, luxurious hair, and I shaved it off one day, and it never's grown back since, man. So you're gonna get to the age where you look. Let me say this: you get about 35, 40, quit shaving your head, man, if you expect to have hair.
Oh no, I can already tell it's going away. I'm just kind of giving up on it by now. I just shave it all off every now and then. I'm gonna grow the skullet back out, man. I have nice long curls with it. My wife hated it, but I loved it.
Man, I shaved my head bald one time, and man, I ain't look. I need a little bit of hair, man. I'm my head. I took a lot of chair shots and shit to my head. My head ain't shaped like it used to be when I was young anymore. I can tell you
Hey,
that, man.
man, I understand. If I didn't have a beard, I definitely couldn't shave my head. It's just I pretty what's that Woolly Willy where they took all the hair with the magnet and put it on his face. That's pretty much what
Right.
happens to me.
So let's talk about some of the matches you've had. Who's been your favorite opponent so far, dude? Or who's your
Man,
favorite guy to work with?
my favorite guy to work with. Man, I really like, I haven't got to work with him too much because I tag with him a lot, but uh Steve Mule, Yonko Bailey, man, I like working him because I train with him and it's just smooth when I get to work with him.
Well,
But
y'all have
I,
actually tagged up a couple of times on 901, hadn't you?
oh yeah, oh
At
yeah,
least once.
we're undefeated on there.
Okay, y'all make a good pairing there, man. I had y'all on I don't know, it's probably been 5 or 6 months ago now. He kept going in between Yonko and Mr. Mule.
Yeah, I don't really
Crazy
mess with
dude.
that Yonko guy. That Yonko guy's nuts. I don't really care for him. He choked me out in Tuckerman and then he just left. I'm not a big fan of that guy. Now, Steve, I'm so happy to see him again. I love it when he comes around. Me and him do big things when we're together. But every once in a while, he wanders off, and then that idiot Yonko comes out. And I just can't stand that clown.
So who's your who do you feel like you have the best matches with?
Man, I tell you, I've only had one match with him, but my best match I ever had was probably with Santa Chiva at the Mosquito Festival. We wrestled, and it was
Repeat that because we lost you for just.
oh, I'm sorry. I said probably I've only wrestled him once, but probably my best match I've ever had was against Santa Chiva at the Mosquito Festival.
I seen two guys coming down the sled, the slide, and
Oh
one of
yeah.
the things y'all did, man. Let's talk about that because that's another thing I really love about Natural States is that it seems like y'all are always a part of. Sleazy's done a great job of connecting you guys and the promotion with like fairs and stuff like that,
Oh
upstart
yeah.
bands, just all kind of stuff. So let's talk about that for a minute. Was you one of the guys? Did you get to slide down the slide?
I was one of the guys in the viral video of the slide. Yeah, that was me.
Man, talk about that, man. It going viral. Did you ever think just that would go viral like it did?
No, it was crazy. I didn't think nothing about it. We put the little video out. Santa Chiva shared it. Sleazy shared it, and I shared it. And man, I went to lunch, and because I went to, that morning, I shared it and went to lunch that day, and I had 10,000 views, and they had 10,000 views, and one had 20,000 views, and I was like, "Holy cow!" And the next day, I had 40, and it's I still get comments and likes and all kinds of stuff on that video.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Look, we got Prestigious P in here. I know
Um,
he's worked at some of the no ring shows. You know this guy very well.
Man, I do. I enjoy me some Prestigious P. That's my guy. He really showed up and showed out when he came to Natural State. God, I gotta give that guy props.
Man, I seen one piece of footage where he's getting somebody's taking the syringes and poking through his jaws, man.
That man's crazy.
Hey, he's the one. He needs to be in the soapy floor, broken glass. That needs to become an actual match, man. I mean, really, that needs to become a match. I can
Well,
see that going viral.
I have to get that over with Sleazy, but if he said he gives me the okay, I'll find some people to fight in some soap and glass.
That definitely go viral, dude. I believe that
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
So look, you also work at 901 Wrestling. I'm a big
Oh
fan of
yeah.
901, man. They're doing their thing in Memphis, really doing good stuff. They just started Saturday morning live. How did you end up getting to go to work for 901, man?
My boy Steve Mule. He had it locked in up there. And he showed him some of my work, and they said, "Man, I like his character work. Let's get him in here." And ever since then, I've just been on and popping, loving it. I
So
have
what was
great experiences there.
so is 901 your first taste of TV? I mean, because
Yeah,
they film a lot of their stuff, and especially with Saturday Morning Live, that's new for them. That they just started it. I want to say in January, the first
yeah.
of January.
I was the first match on the first episode.
So talk to me about that, man. Was that your first TV experience where the cameras were there and they were filming you like they do?
It was the first one ever with that kind of feeling. Yeah, I've had cameras on me for majority of my matches, but not to that extent. Like that was
Well,
a pretty it was a pretty
there's
surreal moment for me.
right there's a big difference in it. Sleazy's out there recording this show, and you got time to mess with it and stuff if he wants to. Than it is when you show up in Memphis, Tennessee, on a
It's a
Saturday
different
morning.
animal.
You're in tradition. You're in tradition land there. So I
I'm
can
telling
imagine
you.
it was definitely a different feeling. How do you like working with 901 and for 901, man?
Oh man, I love it. It's one of those places that it's probably one of the better promotions I've ever worked at. It's just the environment's great. Everybody's there is so welcoming and so kind and willing to like work with you however you want to. I mean, to be honest, it's really hard being the smelliest player in the game to be like, hey man, I'm gonna put my armpit right here. And
That's
everybody's
pit.
so understanding and they love the gimmick. So I mean, hell, let's run with it. But 901's awesome. I just never thought I'd be working in Memphis. It was one of my goals to get to work in Memphis. And at Minglewood Hall, I grew up going to concerts and watching bands play there. I never would have thought I would get to perform in that building.
Yeah, I think getting in Minglewood Hall has been a super blessing for 901, man. The crowd seemed to grow, especially for the Sunday shows, the big shows that they do. Every time I see a new footage of a new show or pictures, seems like the crowd's bigger and bigger. And man, Saturday Morning Live, man. I know originally, Tommy, it was kind of a tester. If the fans showed up and supported it, it's going to keep going. If they didn't, we're going to look for something else. How is that going? Are we continuing 901 Live as far as you know?
Oh, yeah. So far as I know, we are. I know we had a little delay with the weather we had going on, but I mean, from my understanding, we're on and rocking. Just stay tuned.
Man, 901 is a great place to work because here's the thing. You got some really good athletes there, but everybody is a character. Tommy is great at every single person. There's no throwaway guys really on 901. There's no throwaway guys. Even the grappler, I think, is it the grappler or Mr. Wrestling?
It's the grappler.
Even him, in any other company, he would just be out there putting somebody over, but not at 901. Man, he gets featured. He's part of the show. And I think that's one thing Tommy's great about is highlighting every one of you guys to the fans, because you can get lost. Talent can get lost on a roster, and a lot of promoters focus on a couple of talents, and they kind of everything else is what it is. But Tommy's really good at making sure every one of you guys, if you're on the show, you're featured. Every one of you guys,
sure.
he helps build y'all's character, helps get it over, and he features y'all. It seems like there's always something cool going on at 901.
Yeah, there is always something going on good at 901. Always.
What's up,
I love
Donnie?
it there.
Glad you're with us, dude. Chip Diver, of KAW. Looking forward to this comeback. I know Donnie, I wish he could be part of it, but lives so far away. But it's going to be a big thing. Hey, you never know, man, that we might be looking for one of the smelliest players in the game at KAW, man. I love the whole stick, dude.
Bring it on. Hey, I love to try to. Now I'm just trying to make people better with the stank, trying to help them out. If they can't handle it, hey, it's on them.
Man, Tyler says, who's that sexy man getting interviewed? I don't know, man. I'm looking at you cross-eyed now, Tyler. Yeah. So, dude, 901 wrestling. Who's your favorite person you've got to work at 901?
Man, honestly, I got to okay. Prince Adonis and Ken Dang, we tag teamed against them. That was probably my favorite match that I've had. I've only had a handful, but that was my favorite tag team match I had. I actually got to wrestle Sleazy at 901, which was nuts.
So let's talk about that for a minute. You guys are cousins, shoot family. I know it was a big deal. The first show Sleazy got to work at 901. I seen him make some posts about it. It was a big deal for Sleazy. But let's talk about Sleazy E versus the smelliest player in the game, TB DaSHOW. How did this match take place and how did it play out, man?
Man, we had a tag team match. It was Sleazy and the Grappler versus the Freaks, TB to Show, and old Steve Mule, old Mule Dog. We just open her up the show. Started off the lives with a bang.
Good stuff, man. I, look, Mr. Mule and Yonko Bailey. I had, like I said, I had him on, and he kept slapping himself when he was Mr. Mule, and then Yonko would come out, and half the time I didn't know who the hell I was talking to be honest with you. You know,
yeah. Tell me about it. I tagged with the guy. I know.
And Yonko, he ain't no bozo. I can tell you that. Yonko's more like Captain Spaulding.
Yeah, he ain't nobody to clown around with. I'll tell you that.
Right. So look, man, if you could wrestle anybody in the world within the next year or so, who would be your pick, man? If you've got more than one, what's your dream matches out there, dude?
Man, I got a few. I want to wrestle Luigi, the dude with the pizza thing.
I don't see how he does that shit, man.
Bro, me neither. That's why I want to wrestle him to find out. I'm gonna ask him. I want to wrestle him. I think he's great. I think his stuff's hilarious. Uh, I mean, long shot, but I'd love to wrestle Danhausen. I think that would be great too. Realistically, I want to wrestle Draven Morrow. I want to wrestle him bad.
I can see that match happening.
Me
And the
too.
pizza, look, I seen a flyer. The pizza guy is coming somewhere around here. I don't remember if it's in Tennessee he's coming or maybe Arkansas, but I did see a flyer over the last few weeks that was promoting him. And dude, that dude's off the fucking charts. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see how he does that shit. I could never do that.
No, me neither. I'm trying to speak that match into existence, though.
Be a cool match, and you know you got to work with that dough too. I see him mess with the guys. I see him throw it at his opponents and stuff, and catch it and steady twirling it. That's a crazy ass matchup right there, man. Crazy
I think so too.
Is there anybody else out there you'd love to wrestle?
Man, I mean, I'm down to wrestle whoever. I as long as we out there having a good time and they're having a good time, I'm down with it. Man, I want to get in there with Main Event Bradley.
Hell of a talent.
Yeah, I've known him forever. I want to get in there and work with him.
He's one of the guys who used to wrestle at Newport on a regular basis, wasn't he?
He wrestled in Tuckerman. Yeah, I don't think he ever got to make it. I don't think he's quite old enough to get to wrestle in Newport. Not for any promotions. Now, they do have, like, every once in a while, they'll do like a benefit show downtown for like a football team or something. And he works those shows, but I don't count that as a promotion or running a show. It's just a random show through a city, if you know.
Right.
But I want to work Bradley.
So we're finna start winding down, but talk to me about what you want to see out of TB over the next couple of years in the wrestling business, man. What's some of your goals?
Shoot, tag team gold with Mule. That's a goal. 1-win tag team gold with Mule. I mean, I just really, I just want to entertain. I want to make people laugh. Any chance I get to work somebody that's gonna up my profile and maybe make somebody look better, I'm down for that. I'm more interested in making younger guys look good so they can move on and work better guys. That's what I want to do.
Right. And you're talking about the tag team titles, wanting to win gold with Mr. Mule. Dude, if I'm not mistaken, the Gentlemen's Club still hold the 9-1 tag team titles. Is that
Oh
right?
yeah, I believe
Man,
so.
that's a hell of a challenge right there, man. Have you guys had any issues with these guys yet?
And we ain't had no run-ins with them. Honestly, man, I don't think they're that bad of guys. I think they're doing a good job as tag team champions. If you
Oh, I
ask
do
me,
too.
I think they're vibing, doing great. I can't speak highly enough of those three guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't speak more highly of them. But if they ever slip up, I might just slide in there. You never
Man, I
know.
don't see how Meglikoff and Roscoe even remotely formed a tag team, man. I've had both of them on separately, and I had them on together, and it seems like these guys argue more than anything else, dude. But you can't deny the fact they've had success since they formed the Gentlemen's Club.
And I tell you what, and I'm good at smelling things. They got a smell of testosterone coming off of them that's strong. Smell it when they
Right.
walk in the room.
Fucking Roscoe Monroe, he looks like he comes off a gun smoke or something.
Oh yeah, Roscoe. I had a good
Oh,
match against Roscoe in Hoxie, Arkansas one night. Probably one of my first singles matches. Loved wrestling Roscoe.
Yeah, he's old school through and through. He ought to pull up. His ring entrance he ought to ride in on a Clydesdale.
That'd be dope.
I mean, and Meglikoff, he's look, Meglikoff knows I don't like his ass too much. I'd punch him in his face if I got a chance to. But I'm gonna try to stay away from him so I don't have to make that happen, man. You never know about him. He reminds me of one of the Koloffs, so you never know. Uncle Ivan liable to come back from the dead, man, and attack you. You
never know.
So look, what do you got coming up in the future, TB? If you got any shows you want to promote, Natural States, 901 Anywhere, social media,
we got
promote it, dude.
We got some shows coming up with Natural State, and I believe March 7th in Augusta. And then we got a show in Little Rock on the 21st of March. Those are our next two upcoming shows for Natural State. And I mean, always we got stuff coming out for 901 every week. You can always catch something new on their YouTube page. We'll follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram to keep up with all their good stuff. Same with Natural State. Follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram. I mean, my stuff is pretty easy. TV to show. It's the same on Instagram as it is on Facebook. Keep up with me on there. I mean, honestly, right now I've been dealing with kind of an injury, so I'm out of the game at the moment.
Well, let's talk about that before we get. Hold on a minute, Johnny Dotson. I don't know if you know who Johnny is. I don't know if you've ever met him personally, but I'm sure you know who he is. I think he's messing with you a little bit. I think he's trying to get one of them matchups. He says, "Who is this?" Tell him who you are, TB.
Baby, I'm the smelliest player in the game. I am TB DaSHOW. I'm the reason the people come to the show. They want to smell success. Everybody wants to smell of this.
Man, I would love to see you back, the King Superstar, in the corner and put that armpit right in his face, man. I love Johnny, but man, I'd be rolling, man. I'd be rolling in the floor laughing, dude.
I don't know. I've heard about Johnny. I've heard about him. He's a successful man too. He might actually be one of the few that might like the smell.
Man, you can't tell about Dotson, man. I don't know. He's about all that Gucci stuff like that, man. Johnny's always decked out in the nicest clothes, the nicest jewelry. I don't know. I feel like Johnny would require in the contract that you had to take a shower right before the show. And
no.
Maybe hang an air freshener under your armpit, man. I don't know. That's just
no. This is natural. We don't mess with this.
So let's talk about that, man. We were talking a little bit before we went on the air, and you mentioned to me that you had the neck injury. Obviously, I forgot because I told you if I forget something and I don't bring it up and we'll talk about it. So talk to us. How bad is your injury, dude?
Man, honestly, I don't know what happened to myself. Probably about a year ago, I just started having a neck pain, and I just thought it was like a pulled muscle or something. I could just work through it, and went to the doctor, got it checked out, and they were like, "Man, you got a lot of scar tissue for someone who's never had a surgery." And I was like, "Well, what's that mean?" And he said, "Well, pretty much if you go to physical therapy, you'll be able to get worked through." So right now I'm going to physical therapy. I'm getting my first session in the next week. So find out how long it's going to take me to get out after I go to my first one. So I'm hoping it's just maybe 6-week program and I can get back into the business. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so right now, no surgery needed. They think physical
No,
therapy will take care of it. And
that's what we're hoping.
I'm going to ask you this because wrestlers are hard-headed as hell. Are you really going to stay out of the ring through your physical therapy? 6 weeks is a long-ass time for a wrestler.
I mean, we'll just have to see. I mean, I'm definitely not missing any shows.
Oh, there we go. So I'm going to do physical therapy, and I'm going to tell my doctor that I'm not in the ring or not doing nothing, but I'm probably going to still do something, is what you're telling me?
Hey, I got stuff up my sleeve. Sometimes I don't even wear sleeves, so I wear it all out. So we'll find out. You just keep an eye on me at Natural State 901 and anywhere else you might find TB, and you'll see what's going on. I might have something going on the 7th. We'll see.
There we go. That's awful close, man. I mean, what is that? 2 days away, 3 days away?
March 7th.
Oh, all right, March 7th. That's a little more time. All right, that lines up. That lines up with your physical therapy a lot better there, dude. Man, it has been my pleasure, man. I've enjoyed this. I knew this would be fun, dude. I appreciate you so much for coming on. And dude, I wish you all the luck in the world with your physical therapy. I hope you don't end up having to have surgery. And I wish you all the luck in the world with your wrestling career, dude.
Thank you. Hey, thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. See you all the time online, and I just like, man, one of these days I'm gonna get on that show.
Hey, you done it now, man. You can check that off, dude.
I'm gonna check it off.
There you go, man. I appreciate you once again, and you have a great night, my friend.
You too, man. Thank you, Buster.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. You seen it right there. TB DaSHOW. Go check this dude out. Go check Natural States Wrestling out. Anytime you get a chance to, it's always fun. Crazy stuff goes on. It's a little bit of everything for everybody. It ain't just one thing. It's several things. There's something for everybody. And 901 Wrestling, go check out 901. You can catch TB DaSHOW at 901 too. Guys, I will be back next week on the 10th with JPJ. He's going to be my guest. They've got a huge show coming up on Valentine's Day. They got the Good Brothers coming in. They got Enzo Amore, Doodle Bob Evans, Abaddon. It's a huge show. We're going to talk all about it and promote it. So do not miss that. It'll be at 7 o'clock on February 10th. Do not miss it until then.
When you hear that Buster H.R. Oh, man, it's about to go down. You feel the tension in the air. Wrestling fans all over the world, get ready for this right here. They're gonna have a field day with this one. You're about to witness Buster Unmasked. Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! There's no telling what Buster's gonna say today. We just getting started. Just getting started. Welcome to BUSTER.